What is up, everybody? I'm Get Flanked, and I've got some great news for anybody out there that's hoping that Valorant will eventually come to console. According to a GameSpot article that I'm showing on the screen right now, a console release of Valorant is being prototyped right now. Here's a direct quote from the article from Anna Donlan, who's the executive producer of Valorant. She says, "We are definitely prototyping that right now," meaning a console version of Valorant. But there's a way to play this game and there's a way to experience this game that we're not entirely sure translate completely to console play. So this is good news. There's no doubt about it. They definitely are looking at releasing Valorant on console, but also they're being careful and they want to make sure that they don't sacrifice the experience just to get it out on console. Further down in the article, it says, Donlan explained that core to Valorant is its strong level of competitive integrity, and its designers worry about players feeling like anyone has an unfair advantage based on the platform they're playing on. A potential console version of Valorant would need to capture the same Valorant experience for all players, according to Riot. If we feel like we can deliver this experience on those platforms, we absolutely will, says Donlan. But we really want Valorant to stand for a certain type of gameplay and a certain type of experience. That means if Riot feels its need to compromise on any part of the core Valorant experience to make it work on console, then it won't happen. Okay, so holy cow, a lot to digest there. I think the first thing that really jumps out to me with that second half of the statement there that I read is that when they talk about releasing this game on console, they are already factoring in crossplay between console and PC, similar to like Call of Duty Warzone or Fortnite. They're not even like talking about releasing it on console just so people on console can play against each other. The part where she talks about we don't want Valorant players to feel like another player has an unfair advantage based upon the platform they play. To me, that means that crossplay is part of the foundation of this game if it's going to come out on console. Now, the reason that I find this so interesting is because, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe that this would make Valorant the first crossplay, first-person shooter that doesn't have some type of auto-aim or aim assist factored in on the console version. And that would really be a different story than what Warzone is. You know, one of the things with Warzone right now is you have this controversy about players playing against PC players with controller that have a lot of aim assist and PC players complaining about that. Console players complaining because PC players are getting more than 60 frames. And it's just it's not a good situation for anybody, really. And it sounds to me like they're definitely wanting to avoid that with Valorant. The only way they're going to release Valorant on console is that they feel like everybody can have a level playing field and they're happy with the performance that they're achieving on a console version of Valorant. And I think when you read between the lines there, what I take from that is that they are looking at releasing Valorant on the next generation of consoles. They want to release Valorant on consoles that will be able to get more than 60 frames per second, and they want the console to be able to provide native mouse and keyboard support. I realize that some consoles now can provide native mouse and keyboard support, but I think that whenever I read between the lines here, that's what I'm seeing. I would be very surprised at this point if they don't release Valorant on the next generation of consoles, provide crossplay between those consoles and PC, and if those consoles can achieve 120 frames per second and native mouse and keyboard support, I don't really see any issue with that. Now, my hot take on this is that if you're somebody who is playing on console right now and you're really excited, you want the opportunity to play Valorant, I highly doubt you'll ever see Valorant released on any console that's on the market right now at the time of recording this. That's, again, my hot take. I could be wrong on that, but I would be very surprised. I also be very surprised if they don't release it on the next generation of consoles. So if you're somebody out there who is a lifetime console gamer, you don't want to get a PC, I think there is hope for you, definitely. Just the fact that they're putting out there that they're working on a console prototype right now, to me says a lot. Like, this is something that it wasn't necessarily a priority for full release, obviously, but it is something they're looking at now. And I'll just be very surprised if it doesn't eventually happen. Just for a second, let me give my praise to the Valorant devs for upholding the competitive integrity of their game a priority. It could have been very easy for them just to port a really bad version of this game for the current version of consoles and put that product out there. It's a free-to-play game. I'm sure it probably would have been fairly popular and they would have made some money off of it, but they didn't. And maybe the plan all along is just to wait for the next generation of consoles, and this is just lip service for them covering up. But you have to kind of give them some credit for not going for that easy cash grab of releasing this game on the current generation of consoles and, waiting until they feel like they can make sure that they deliver a really good product. I think the future is very bright for this game. I think that if they do achieve a good port of this game on consoles that can run the game well, that this game will blow up with crossplay and all the huge amounts of player base that'll open up to it. I really hope this happens because I know there's a lot of console players on this video, on this channel, and in the comments that I see that really want to give this game a try. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's likely that it'll eventually come to console? Does that excite you? And I'll be reading through those comments. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.